Hello! Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Good evening, mga moms. Ayan. Kamusta, kamusta? How is your Saturday? Kamusta mga mommies? Nasaan ba ang ating mga mommies ngayon? I wanna know kung saan kayo nanonood. Ayan. Are you ready na ba sa ating mahaba-habang discussion for tonight? Actually, I always get this question, no, from time to time, kahit na we have a lot of resources in our community and we have a lot of resources din sa page, no, but of course may mga kaibigan or may mga random strangers na nagme-message pa din and would want to know more about how is it to start working from home, how is it to work as a virtual assistant, or how is it to work as a freelancer and all of that. So I will try again to answer that question today, mga moms, no? But before anything else, I want to know if you're ready. Can you type sa comment section ready if you're ready? And also, it would be nice if walang mga distractions around. I know my kids are still awake. But it would be nice if you have a pen and a paper with you, you have siguro a coffee or whatever na at least you can focus, no? Para hindi kayo ma-disturb. You can write down the notes and pwede kayong uminom ng whatever it's available there para hindi na kayo, 'di ba? Magpabalik-balik and you can just, focus on the webinar that we have tonight. Ayan. Hmm. So, if you are ready, then I'm also ready, no? Medyo mahaba-haba ito, but yeah, it's okay. Anyway, it's a Saturday, so let's try. Let's try to dive in. Let's dive in now. Okay, I'll share here my screen. So, the topic that we're going to talk about tonight is how to start working from home as a virtual assistant slash freelancer. Although hindi sila magkapareha, no? But I just use the word virtual assistant slash freelancer for you to have an idea that you can offer your service as a virtual assistant and you can become a freelancer also. Both naman are possible, and you can offer, your service as a VA or as a freelancer, and you can do this while working at home, no? Kahit nasa bahay ka lang, you can become a VA. Kahit nasa bahay ka lang, you can become a freelancer. And this is something that I like about working remotely, working online, especially that I am a mother. I remember, no, nung before ako naging mommy, no. I'm very career driven. Napaka passionate ako. I really like, the fancy side of working in a corporate world. Gustong-gusto ko talaga 'yon. Pero it changed when I became a mother. So when I became a mother and had my own kids, I realized na mas importante na makasama ko sila. I would rather want to be with them, to witness every milestone ng kanilang buhay. And then I realized, how can I do that if meron akong trabaho sa labas and I cannot afford to leave them sa mga yaya or sa helper, no? So, I thought of ano kayang pwedeng gawin para I can enjoy the best of both worlds. I can still earn, but at the same time, I can still be with my kids. Okay? So that's actually the beauty of working remotely. That's the beauty of working as a freelance. Okay? Yan, before anything else, gusto ko magpasalamat sa mga dumalo ngayon. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Congratulations for taking the first step. And I am here to help you kickstart your journey, your career, and your freelancing career, your freelancing journey. I want to start by saying that I am a mother of four. So, mga anak ko ay ages 8, 5, 3, and 1 year old. And I do tandem breastfeeding with the third and the fourth child. And I do homeschooling with my first and second child. And I do not have a nanny. And I have multiple clients. And I run momsatwork and I run 𝘬𝘢𝘕𝘠𝘠𝘠. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I want to tell you that you can also do it. I wanted to debunk kasi yung sinasabi nilang, "Ay, hindi ko kaya, wala kasi akong time, eh, because I am a breastfeeding mom, wala akong time diyan." And I want to tell you moms na you can do it, na kaya at mahahanapan ng paraan. Because I started my freelancing journey, my freelancing business back in 2018 when I was pregnant with my third child. So buntis ako and I was breastfeeding my second child. Well, I've been breastfeeding for the last 8 years. So, nung time na yon nagbe-breastfeed ako ng pangalawang anak ko and I was pregnant with my third child nung pinasok ko yung mundo ng freelancing. So, I want to tell the mommies out there na it's possible, no? So, yung mga sinasabi nila na, ay, paano yan? Wala akong panahon, wala akong time kasi wala akong nanny. I am a living proof, mga mommies, no? That if there is a will, then there is a way. No, so um, why are we doing this in the first place? Why do you want to work from home? It's not just about the money. But of course, I have to tell you na maganda din ang, very lucrative ang kita ng pag-freelance. But apart from the money, it's the time that I really like and the flexibility of being able to work anywhere, anytime, and being present with my kids. Yun talaga yung pinaka gustong-gusto ko na na benefits of freelancing. Okay? So, congratulations for taking the first step, and I'm excited for your journey. So I'm here to help you kickstart your freelancing business. Right? Okay. Now, what is Moms at Work? And I want to tell you just background lang mga moms no kung ano ang Moms at Work. So, Moms at Work, I founded Moms at Work back in 2020. It's a registered online platform that aims to provide venue for mothers who wants to start their freelancing business from scratch. So it has been when I discovered freelancing back in 2018, na-realize ko yung benefits kasi and I saw the beauty of working remotely, being able to earn very good, working according to my own time and being able to be with my kids. And then I realized, hala, marami kayang mga mothers ang nakakaalam nito. And because of that, I wanted to inspire and to empower and to tell mommies out there na merong ways. Kasi sometimes nasa stuck tayo eh. I know there's a lot of you who are career-driven women, moms, pero parang natutorn sila, no? And well, I'm not saying that there is something wrong with being a stay-at-home mom or there's something wrong with being a work from home or a working mom. Wala, no? Walang masama kasi that's our choice. Pero nung sa case ko kasi, bakit pa ako mamimili kung I can have both, no? And that is also the advocacy of Moms at Work to be able to, inspire mommies out there na pwede tayong kumita sa bahay, pwede tayong um, mag, i-pursue natin yung ating career pa din, even if we do it remotely. And of course, we can be present with the kids and we can be with our family 24/7. All right? Okay, so that's basically my mission, why I founded Moms at Work. And talaga ang nasa heart ko talaga ay mga moms because I am a mother myself and I understand the struggle of every moms. But of course, welcome pa din dito mga dads, no? So don't worry about it. Okay, so what are you gonna expect for tonight's webinar? So we'll try to tackle more about, mindset and big why, kung ano yung mga essential freelancing skills na kailangan, pricing strategies. We'll also talk about time management. How are you going to handle your time, knowing that we are a mother and we have kids and we have chores and we have all of that. How to market your service as a freelance, how to create a proposal, how to handle common issues, how to find clients, some interview tips, or I don't want to call this interview, but yeah, para mas maintindihan nyo lang, interview tips or discovery call and others that baka pwede nating mapag-usapan along the way. Okay? Next. Being a beginner doesn't mean having to accept projects for peanuts. Okay? Are you ready to turn into a VA boss mom or a freelancer? Ready na ba kayo? If you guys ready, then let's dive in. Okay. Now, what makes this webinar different? Now, this live webinar is ideal for newbies, ideal for someone who is totally clueless of the ins and outs of the industry. I'll try to make it basic. I'll try to keep things very basic and simple for you to be able to understand clearly. And this serves as your simple but comprehensive freelancing guide. And of course, it helps you create the right mindset. The right mindset is very crucial when you want to start your freelancing or VA business. Okay, now let's define first kung ano ba ang freelancer. Now, I have here, kinuha ko lang to sa Google mga moms ha. So the freelancer, is a kind of independent contractor who is not bound to work for a single company. So hindi siya exclusive for one company, okay? A freelancer can work with multiple clients at a time. Pwede siyang magtrabaho for short term or long term. Depende sa agreement nila ni client, no? Depende din sa goal ni client. And pwede din naman siya per project, per task, yun, okay? So, ang freelancers mainly have mid to expert level skills and market those specialized skills individually. So, ito yung mga, like for example, photography, di ba? They can offer photography, they can offer their photography, tawag nito, service, yan. Okay? Or ano pa ba yung pwede nilang ma-offer na service? Social media management, na content writing, copywriting, accounting. Okay? These are just some of the examples na pwede nyong ma-offer sa inyong mga foreign clients. Okay? Someone who does particular pieces of work for different companies, different organization, instead of just working for one particular person or one particular company. Kaya limitless ang opportunities and limitless ang kita niya because pwede siyang magtrabaho. Basta kaya niya na i-accommodate as many as he as or she can. Alright? Okay, what about the virtual assistant? Ano naman yung virtual assistant? Okay, back in the days, yung sinabi nilang virtual assistant, it's an office manager or an executive assistant na instead of working in the office, she's working remotely. But basically, what a virtual assistant does, nung mga unang panahon they offer their admin services. So they do admin service for their company exclusively kasi employed setup yun eh. Sila yung in charge ng calendar, diary, sila yung in charge nung mga bookings, yung mga conferences, ganon. So executive assistant talaga. Executive assistant, admin assistant, or office manager for a particular company. It's just that, ang difference lang is nagtatrabaho sila remotely. Okay? Pero kasi nag-evolve na ngayon eh. Yung virtual assistant ngayon, hindi na lang siya naka-focus dun sa admin task. Meron na ding mga specialized skills ang mga VAs ngayon. Because of course, no, andyan yung internet, 'di ba? So may mga VAs na din na nagle-level up ng kanilang game na hindi na lang sila general VAs and they offer specialized skills na din. Okay? Now, I want to discuss also the difference of meron kasing dalawang klaseng VAs eh. I'm not sure if you have come across yung mga VAs na nagtatrabaho ng fixed term. So, for example, yung mga VAs na nagtatrabaho ng 8 to 5 Philippine time or may mga graveyard. Have you heard of that? 'Di ba? Sinasabi nila, "Oy, VA ako sa US company and then ang timing ko is 9:00 ng gabi hanggang 7:00 ng umaga." VA pa din ang tawag sa kanila, pero virtual assistant sila in an employment setup. Okay? Ang gusto ko na na i-discuss sa inyo and i-share sa inyo is you can become a freelance virtual assistant. Now, ano yung difference ng employed virtual assistant and freelance virtual assistant? Of course, yung employed is nakatali ka talaga sa contract, nakatali ka sa fixed na timing. So kung ang time zone ng company mo is US time zone, you have to work graveyard, no? Kung and mostly pag employed setup ka, isa lang ang client na kaya mong ma-accommodate kasi 40 nakatali ka dun eh. Fixed yung timing talaga yun eh. So, pag holiday nila, holiday mo din. Pag Saturday, alam mo yun, pag Sunday, Saturday, wala kang trabaho. But of course, from Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, depende kung anong time zone. And then, um, wala kang hold sa oras mo. So, okay naman yun na set up, pero mas gusto ko, as far as moms at work is concerned we wanted to encourage our moms out there to try the freelancing path talaga. Try, if you want to offer your service as a VA you try you try to offer it na parang freelance virtual assistant. Now, anong difference ng dalawa? Ang difference ng dalawa is that si employed VA is naka-fix siya. Empleyado talaga siya, no? I mean, there is nothing wrong with being an employee. Ang sa akin lang kasi, when you are employed, you will always be at the mercy of the employer. And you don't have a say in the project. Whereas if you're a freelance virtual assistant, then you have control of your own time. You can work according to your own pace. You can work according to your own schedule. And you have a say in the project, no? Kasi why I always encourage this? Because mothers tayo. And kung nakatali tayo, it doesn't make sense eh. Nakatali pa rin, nasa bahay nga tayo, pero 'di ba, how are you going to look after your kids kung nakaupo ka sa laptop mo 8 to 5 na fixed? Tatayo ka lang para mag-lunch break. Kasi naka-time tracker yan sila eh. Okay? So, while it's okay naman, pero that is not the kind of, VAs na gusto natin na mangyari sa inyo mga moms, no? We want to have that kind of freedom and liberation and control. Yeah, the litmus test there is there has to be control. Now, if you are hired and if you have control of the project, your rate, your time, then you are hired as a freelance. Whether freelance VA, freelance SMM, or ano pa ba dyan. Pero if you are time tracked, if you are si client ang nagde-decide kung how much yung ibabayad niya sa'yo, kung si client ang nagde-decide kung anong oras ka dapat pumasok, yung mga deliverables, kung si client lahat nagde-decide, then you are employed. Okay? While there is nothing wrong with being an employee, the downside ng setup na ito is what if ma-terminate ka because yun na nga, you are at the mercy of your client, di ba? So, back to square one ka na naman. Whereas if you work as a freelance, then you have a lot of streams of income, di ba? So, if one client says goodbye, meron ka pang other clients na magbibigay ng, sufficient income for you to stay afloat. Okay? All right. Now let's get to know the boss mom. I call this boss mom because not on a negative side not in a negative side. Boss mom kasi yun na nga, 'di ba? My mission is to empower and to inspire women. So I call it like the virtual boss mom. That's the name of our group. That's so ang sino ba siya? She's someone who's at the top of her game in terms of family and business. And like the boss that she is, she manages her online freelancing business and her own affairs with ease and competence while bringing the best out of herself and her own family. And bakit niya nagagawa ito? Because she has the control. She has the control of her time. She has the control of her career, professional growth. She has the control of her income. Kaya she can be on top of it. Okay? And that's what I also dream sa ating mga mommies out there. Let me know if I'm being too fast, mga moms, ha? Okay. So I want to reiterate again na Ang freelancers, they are not employees, okay? So freelancers are not employees. You can only be an employee if there is control, okay? Malalaman mo yan eh. During the contract signing, if ang laman ng contract is you are controlled like the timing, kung magkano yung sweldo matatanggap mo, kung magkano yung kita na ibabayad sa'yo, kung pag lahat yun kontrolado ni client, then you are hired as an employee. But I want to reiterate na freelancers or boss moms for that matter are not employees, but we are consultants. We work with and not for our clients to help them achieve their goals. And hindi lang tayo assistants. We are also a boss of our own. Kaya nga sinasabi natin freelancing business because our service, this is our product, no? And ang ang service mo, ang product mo, yun ang company mo. Okay? All right. Now, sino ba siya? No, she's a mother, she's married or otherwise, who is in control of her own time and career path as a freelancer or as a virtual professional. She is confident, expert of her field. She offers her services to an entrepreneur, a client, or business owner in exchange for an agreed fee. She is someone who is at the top of her game in terms of family and business. She's a product of discipline and adheres by consistent practice for excellence. More importantly, she could be you. Okay? Please, wag kayong ma-intimidate when I said here a confident expert of her field. Now, you may ask, paano ako naging confident expert? Bago nga lang ako sa online freelancing. Okay, that's why I always tell our mommies, no, sa community ng Moms at Work na I don't want you to call yourselves newbies kasi technically hindi kayo newbie. Like in my case, when I started my freelancing journey, I was totally clueless kung ano. I just had a friend who told me, meron akong freelancing site na i-recommend sa'yo. You might want to try it. And I created my proposal and I started sending up. I created my profile pala rather, and I started sending proposals and then got my clients and finished projects and got more clients and finished more projects. Pero I was totally clueless talaga kung ano, no? Ang mga ang what it is all about, the ins and outs of the industry. Clueless ako. Pero all I knew is that meron akong skill kasi nung nagtrabaho ako sa corporate, I was offering I was a recruitment specialist ng mga time na yun. And I also had a degree in law. So inintertwine ko yung law and HR and recruitment. And that's what I offered to my client. So, kunwari sa case nyo, if you are, say, a teacher or if you are an accountant, that service is what you can offer to your client. And hindi ka pwedeng sabihin newbie ka because, say, you have been working as an accountant for 15 years. O, newbie ba yun? Expert ka nun, di ba? So, panghawakan mo that you are a confident expert of that field. No? So, if you have been teaching, for example, for the last 10 years, so hindi ka pwedeng tawagin na newbie. Kasi as far as teaching is concerned, di ba, you are an expert in that area. Okay? Well, it would have been different kung ang ino-offer mo na service is totally wala ka talagang idea. But say, if you're offering your bookkeeping and accounting services to a client and then you have been doing that previously sa iyong trabaho, then hindi mo pwedeng tawagin ang sarili mo as newbie. Okay? So, huwag kayong ma-intimidate dito sa confident expert of her field. Alright? Okay. Now, what are the qualities of a boss mom? These are the qualities that you need to possess for you to be successful in the business, the freelancing industry. Okay, kailangan meron siyang good communication skills. Kasi most of the clients that we work with are foreign clients. So, meron din namang mga local clients. I had local clients din naman, but generally, most of them are based in the UK, in the US, in Bulgaria, in Thailand, in Singapore, in Canada. So, ang English talaga is siya talaga yung main communication. So you need to have a good communication skills. Sinasabi naman ng iba, hala pa paano ba yan, May? Hindi ako magaling mag-Ingles. No, don't worry about hindi magaling mag-Ingles. Kasi kung ang niche mo naman ay for example, Shopify or dropshipping, I don't think you're required to really be excellent in, English communication. What's important is that you can express yourself clearly, you can express yourself effectively, you can be understood. Okay? Yun ang mahalaga. You don't need to be really like, may magaling talaga mag-English. Unless, if your niche is into copywriting or content writing, well, that's another story. You have to be good in English talaga because you're offering your writing skills. So, kailangan you have to be, proficient talaga with your grammar and all that. But otherwise, kung ang niche mo naman has nothing to do with kailangan talaga na magaling mag-English, then basic English communication will do. As long as you can understand and naiintindihan ka, then that's good to go. That's a good to go. Okay? Number 2, you need to be tech savvy. You know that everything that we do here is done online. You have to be familiar with platforms and you have to know your way around the internet. Kasi lahat talaga, it's emailing, one-on-one conference, na online lahat yun eh. So at least you have to be familiar. Pati mga project management tools, you have to be familiar. But of course, don't worry about it kasi hindi siya skyrocket, okay? Everything can be learned. Number 3, you have to be resourceful. This is very, very important for someone who wants to be successful in the business. You need to be resourceful. Hindi yung lahat itatanong mo. Okay? Everything is in the web. And because everything is in the web, you have to learn how to find your way. You have to do your research. Hindi mo pwedeng itanong lahat kay client. May mga moments talaga that you may be clueless. Of course, you have to ask questions, no? Like, if you want to clarify something, pwede yon. Pero like, how it's done, you have to find your way, no? You have to do your research to learn stuff. Hindi mo pwedeng iasa lahat sa client because it's a partnership, right? It's a collaborative effort. You and the client, it's hindi ka nga employee, 'di ba? So, you have to find your way out of the internet. Another thing is you need to be organized and very good with multitasking. Although there is ang tawag nito, hindi naman talaga ma- maganda yung effect if you multitasking, 'di ba? 'Yun ang sabi nila eh. May hindi magandang dulot ang constantly multitasking. But you get the idea. When we are a mother, we cannot help but wear different hats, 'di ba? Ngayon mother tayo, mamaya chef na naman tayo, mamaya we are this ano na naman tayo, ano ba? Basta 'di ba, ay madami tayong ginagawa kasi pinagja-juggle natin, 'di ba? Ngayon teacher tayo, ta's mamaya chef tayo na naman magluluto, tapos magbe-breastfeed na naman tayo, 'di ba? Ang dami-dami. You can switch from one role to another. So you have to be very good with time management and you have to be very good with juggling work and family life. Okay? And for you to be able to do that, kailangan organize ka talaga. You create a system and you try to organize your schedule and your time para magawa mo ang mga bagay-bagay. Another thing is trustworthiness. We are working remotely and may mga clients na, although may clients na nagre-require ng time tracker, meron din namang clients na hindi nagre-require ng time tracker. My clients don't require time tracker. So, dahil doon, 'di ba, we tend to be complacent na, walang time tracker, 'di ba? You can do what you want. Pero you have to remember that you need to you need to show up, and you need to meet the deadline kung ano yung mga deliverables. So it pays to be honest with your client at all times. Kasi kung hindi ka naman mapagkakatiwalaan sa mga maliliit na bagay, then paano pa sa mga malalaking bagay, di ba? So you need to be honest with yourself and with your client. You keep them on the loop, keep them informed of the progress of your task, of the deliverables, okay? And if there is something that didn't work out, then you have to tell the client right away. Huwag mo nang patagalin. Tell the client para alam ni client how to adjust with the time. Okay? Another thing is ready to embrace change. Ang technology systems kasi pabago-bago eh. Like for example, if you are working as a social media manager and marketing, yung Facebook may mga algorithms yan eh, or yung Instagram may mga algorithms yan. Minsan yung mga algorithms nagbabago-bago siya from time to time. So we need to keep up. We need to keep abreast, no? Sa mga pagbabago na ito. Kasi otherwise mapag-iiwanan tayo. So we have to, be always on top of it. And also, we have to remember that clients come and go. Kasi we work as a freelance, di ba? Whether or not may mga short-term or long-term pala, whether or not may long-term, do not ever think na magiging clients mo sila forever, because there will come a time that it will come to an end. Siguro after 2 years or after 4 years, for whatever reason, no? So, you just have to be ready to embrace change. All right? Another thing is reliability. You have to be reliable because the client is counting on you to get the task done. So, kung kunwari, may mga deliverables na hindi mo kayang ma-meet because for whatever reason, you're swamped or you had a lot of things on your plate, you have to tell the client right away kasi inaasahan ka niya na you are going to deliver what you have promised. But of course, importante pa din naman eh. Balik tayo dun sa communication. Kaya you have to develop a good communication. Ang ibig sabihin dun, it's a two-way street. You communicate to your client, give updates, give daily ano yung milestone na na-achieve mo for the week. Alam mo yon, you have to keep the client informed at all times kung ano yung mga nag-work at hindi nag-work. Okay? Kasi inaasahan ka ni client. Another one is self-starter. We are working remotely, right? And wala tayong mga team members. So you have to motivate yourself and take initiatives on your own because no one's going to do that for you. So kung hindi ka sanay na magtrabaho on your own, kung nasanay ka that there is a superior who's telling you what to do next, na freelancing might not be for you. Okay? Now, let's talk about the pros and the cons of freelancing. I want to start dun sa cons, no? Wala siyang fixed pay and benefits. Wala siyang PhilHealth, SSS, or anything like that. But if you work as an employed VA, meron. Pero if freelance naman ang pinili mo, wala. Okay? So, walang mga insurance, walang mga bonuses. Although, I have had experience in the past where my clients were so happy sa performance ng business niya because of what I have done. So, nagbigay siya ng bonus, no? Pero you cannot expect to get a bonus from them. Especially like, kunwari, Pasko, New Year, yung mga ganon. We don't have that. Okay? Kaya nga business eh. Self-employed tayo. Right? Wala din siyang office structure. And there is no such a thing as permanent client. And of course, you're accountable of your own time and productivity. But you're also accountable of your own income. Okay? So, kung takot ka na, hala, walang insurance, hala, walang stable paycheck next month, hala, walang PhilHealth, walang SSS, walang etc., then freelancing might not be for you. I would like to believe that freelancers are risk takers because we're not scared na next month wala na. But of course, dahil alam na ng mga freelancers yun na pwedeng next month wala na, they already created strategies in place, okay? Para i-sustain yung lifestyle, i-sustain yung income, okay? Kaya nga, sabi ko sa inyo, you need to have multiple clients. Para kung may mawalang isa, then the business is still up and running. But, eto mga mommies ha, I'm not exaggerating, but this is eto talaga yung pros and some of the beauty ng freelancing. You will have full control over your own time. And when I say control, literally you can decide where and when to work. Minsan, Monday, if I decide to relax, then I can just relax. Pero minsan din naman, like Saturday, if I want to work, then I will work, no? It depends. Minsan Wednesday, gusto kong lumabas para magkape, then I can do it. Because I have the control of my time. Isa sa mga benefit din is yung being present with your loved ones. Ito talaga, like, kunwari, I would stop kasi magpapadede ako or I would stop yung ginagawa ko kasi papatulugin ko sila. Yung ganon, yun talaga hindi talaga mababayaran eh. That's something that I really like about freelancing. Being able to witness talaga yung mga ganap sa buhay ng mga kids ko. Another thing is walang office politics, walang gossips. Oh my God, nako, kaloka talaga tong mga office politics. Sa mga nakapagtrabaho sa corporate, you know kung gaano ka-toxic to, di ba? Walang long commutes. Imagine niyo mga moms ha. If I can just quickly share. When I work sa corporate dati, I used to wake up at around 5 in the morning. Then nag-prepare na ako ng breakfast and lunch for my mom and for my kids. Pagkatapos nun, kakain and then aalis kami ng bahay alas 6. Dadating ako ng office around 7:30. Time out 5. Dadating ako sa bahay kami ng husband ko around 8 o'clock kasi napakalayo at traffic. And then, magluluto pa kami ng dinner. So imagine mong setup na yon from Monday to Friday. Imagine mo yung setup na yon from Monday to Friday. Tapos, pag alis ko ng bahay, tulog pa yung mga bata. Pag uwi ko ng bahay, most likely tulog na naman sila because it's already late. And pwede ko sila makasama on a weekend lang. Weekend, wala na akong energy because I'm so tired and gusto ko na lang magpahinga. And after nakapagpahinga, gigising para, laba, laundry time, bawi ng tulog, pahinga and all that, grocery, yon. Pagka Sunday, i-wrap up mo na naman kasi Monday magtatrabaho ka na naman. So, nakakapagod siya na cycle. So, nung na-discover ko yung freelancing, parang sabi ko, hindi na ako, I've never looked back. Hindi na ako bumalik sa corporate, no? So, that's one, no? Walang long commutes dito. And this is isa sa mga pinakamaganda, unlimited earning potential. Do not believe na hindi stable ang freelancing. Because like what I said, dahil alam mo, pwede mong mapaghandaan. Sa case ko, 2018, sa awa ng Diyos, praise God, I've consistently earning well, and hindi lang siya well, more than what we earn sa corporate world. So, this is not to exaggerate, no? There's a lot of freelancers who are earning 3,000, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 or more USD a month. Okay? Di pa kasali yung ibang kumikita, pumapalo na talaga ng mga 7 digits on a monthly basis. And I'm not exaggerating because I can attest to that, no? And yun na nga unlimited siya. Depende kung kaya mo. So of course, syempre kung gusto mo na mag-scale, you can outsource naman, no? Pero nung I hit my financial goal in less than 1 year. So what I'm saying is that you can do it as well, no? So kaya siya, kaya mga moms. Pero yun na nga eh, it takes courage, it takes bravery to take that challenge and take that risk. Kasi nakakatakot talaga siya. The difference lang sa akin ng mga time na yun, I had no choice because I was made redundant sa aking company. And because of that, I had to look for ways. So wala talaga akong fallback. And because wala akong fallback, I have to make this work or I have to make this work. So ganun yung nangyari, no? So anyway, hindi ko naman pinagsisihan, praise God, no? And I did not look back. Okay, so iyan ang pros and cons of freelancing. Now let's talk about mindset. Identifying your big why and choosing your niche. Why it's important? Why are these important? Okay. Pag-usapan natin ang mindset. Mindset is everything. Now, the way you think can make or break your freelancing business because mindset affects how you think, how you act, and react, and it can determine your failure of success. Your mindset is the limit. So if you say, ay, nako, hindi stable ang freelancing, yeah, hindi talaga stable. Eh, sinabi mo eh. So if you say, ay, walang kliyente, wala talagang kliyente because sinabi mo eh. Di ba? Your mindset is the limit. But if you say there's client for everyone and I can earn as much as I want, then that is what you will attract. Okay? Sabi nga nung isa is, sino nga ba yung author na nagsabi na, I forgot. Sandali ah. Yun, whether you say I can't, ay, ito. I really like this saying from Henry Ford. So, sabi niya, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Okay? So, pag sinabi mong hindi ko kaya, yes, you're correct. Pag sinabi mong kaya ko, yes, you're also correct. So, your mindset talaga is the limit, no? So, yung lahat ng mga limiting beliefs mo, you just have to counter that. Kasi, kahit na sinabi namin no, that we are earning this much, yung mga freelancers, this is the potential that you can possibly earn. It did not happen overnight. So there is no such a thing as overnight success. Lahat pinaghirapan, lahat pinagpaguran. And I think that is something that I can be proud of sa mga mommies, no? Because we are used to this. Hindi naman tayo aatras sa anong laban, di ba? 9 months nga binuntis natin yung mga babies natin. Eto pa, alam mo yon. So, you can create a list of what to do para at least ma-plan out nyo yung journey nyo. But for the time being, I want to tell you, mga moms, that you can do it. I want na mag-sink in sa inyong mind. Can you tell yourselves, I can do it? Can you tell to yourselves na kaya ko to? Sige nga, I can do it. Huwag niyo munang i-counter yung ano ha, ay paano ba yan? Ay kaya ko ba yan? Ay may client ba? Ay ang daming ang daming mga 'di ba? Mga objections agad. Think that you can do it, okay? Okay. Like nung COVID back in 2020 yata 'yon, 'di ba? Everyone is in quarantine. Some turn into a chance to grow and learn while others focus on things they can't control or opt for us optimism. Eto dalawang tao lang, 'di ba? We have seen two different people during the time of COVID. Yung isang nagrereklamo the whole time. Ang hirap-hirap na ka-lockdown naman. Ano ba yan? Puro reklamo. While others find ways talaga, no? Find ways on how to probably create money online. Some catch up on Netflix, dance their days away in TikTok and scroll through Facebook for fun and distraction. While others naman, like yourselves, 'di ba? Take it took it as an opportunity to acquire new skills improve the existing skills that they have, develop themselves, find ways paano kumita. Okay? So, saan mo gusto? Saan ka doon? You need to be certain that this is something you want and no one, not even the current pandemic, stop you. So, are you qualified to become a freelancer? What do you think? Only you can answer. Now, how to think like a boss, ma'am? Balikan natin. So, you are not an employee, okay? You have to remember that. You are not an employee. Like what I said, there is nothing wrong with being an employee, but it's different when you see yourself as an employee or when you see yourself as a consultant. Kasi when you see yourself as a consultant, you will you're not scared to speak up. You're not scared to take part of the project because you are a partner. Okay? Kapag employee kasi tayo and we think of it that way, we think clients are superior than us, which is not the case. Kasi in freelancing, hindi si client ang mas superior. Hinire ka ni client because kailangan niya ng help sa business niya. And you can help him sa business niya. Okay? So, kailangan mo talaga tong mag-sink in sa utak mo that you are not an employee but a consultant, a partner for the client's success. And like what I said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, then you are correct. All right, let's talk about your big why. Now, why do you get up? Kailangan mong i-identify yung purpose because it's where you'll draw strength from throughout this journey. I have to tell you that it's not easy. When I started my freelance business, although it somehow pwede kong tawaging madali because after I created my profile sa isang freelancing platform, in 3 days I got my first client. And then a couple of days I got another client. So mabilis lang siya. Pero while it's true na mabilis ako nakakuha ng mga clients and grow build my business and grow my business, hindi pa din siya madali because I had to juggle a lot of stuff, no? Umabot ako sa point na 10 clients ang hinandle ko and I had no time to sleep well kasi nga ang dami-dami kong ginagawa. And I had financial goal. Alam mo yon, may madaming kailangang bayaran, madaming kailangang habulin kasi nga 'di ba na redundant ako. So ang daming kailangang habulin, ang daming kailangang, alam mo yon, ang daming kailangang bayaran and all. So it was not easy. I was doing breastfeeding, I was pregnant, nanganak ako and all that. And then ang dami-daming nangyari and I had to meet up with my clients and meet the deliverables on time and try to keep up kasi ang dami nga nila. And I was doing it all by myself. Walang nanny. Ako yung gumagawa pa ng mga chores. So, kailangan mong ma-identify yung big why mo. Bakit mo ginagawa ang mga bagay-bagay na ito? Kasi pag alam mo who are you doing it for, you can draw your strength from there eh. While pwede tayong mapagod, yes, mapapagod talaga tayo, but you will not quit because you know the reason why you're doing it in the first place. So for example, sa case ko, pagod na pagod ako, sasabihin ko sa sarili ko, I'm so tired. Pero when I see my kids, when I see my girls, alam mo yun, when I see my family, they are the reason why I do the things that I do. Why I'm working so hard because it's for them. It's for their future. I am willing to make short-term sacrifice because I have a long-term goal. Alam mo yung ganon. So, I want you to, within yourselves mga mommies, tingnan nyo, ano yung big why nyo or sino yung big why nyo. Because if your goals are hazy, chances are hazy din yung results. But if your target, if a clearly stated target serves as your compass to achieve whatever it is you want to get from starting your freelance business. So if you have clear reason why you do the things that you do, then you're unstoppable. Okay. Okay, let's try to answer this. Questions to help you zero in your big why. Now, why do you want to become a freelancer or a virtual boss mom? What do you see as the most appealing result and benefit in this role? List down your fears and worries about being a freelancer or a virtual boss mom. List down the struggles that prevent you from starting your journey as a freelancer or a virtual boss mom. Why do you want to become a freelancer or a virtual boss mom? Okay. I want you to write it down and then you answer this after the webinar. And then you create a smart short term goal. You may also create a smart medium term goal. And then you list down your strengths and what you are good at. And let's try to look and rediscover your passions. Normally kasi sa atin, if we are given, like for example, webinar na to, ang unang-unang sasabihin is objections agad and rejections. Ay, hala, ano kayang skills na pwede ko mo offer? Wala, hindi ko yata alam yan eh. Paano, mahirap siguro yan eh. Parang wired tayo to always think about the negative, no? Or wired tayo to always focus on what is lacking. Pero here, you try to list what are you good at? What are your passions? What are your passions? What are your strengths? And then you will realize na hala, meron pala. Meron pala akong pwedeng ma-offer na service. Okay? Hang on. Gusto na magdede ng baby ko. Hang on mga ma'am siya. Okay, let's continue. Now, 3 steps to start your freelancing or boss mom journey. Let's talk about platform, profile, and proposal. Sandali lang mga mommies ha. Okay. Step 1, find your platform. Jumpstarting a digital career isn't always a question of how, it's often a matter of where. Sa case ko kasi, I started sa freelancing site, no, sa freelancing platform. Although ngayon, I have also maximized the power of social media. I've also maximized the power of LinkedIn when it comes to marketing my freelance business. Pero siguro ito ang pinaka-first na marirecommend ko because number one, alam kong busy ang mga mommies. This helped me kasi nung nagsimula ako na mapabilis talaga yung journey, no? So, freelancing platforms get rid of the legwork, of the guesswork, kasi it's there. Sa freelancing site kasi mga moms, andun na yung clients, andun na yung mga roles. So kung andun na, then it's easy for you to look for clients and roles that you think would be suitable for you. Clients that you think is someone that you want to work with. Okay? So, madali na lang pag nandun ka sa freelancing site na yon. But, ang marirecommend ko siguro would be you can try Upwork. It's very famous. Fiverr, Truelancer, Freelancer. LinkedIn meron na din silang part na yung LinkedIn ay meron na din silang marketplace. So I think the first thing that you have to do is find your platform. Ako kasi I started with Upwork and I'm very grateful with Upwork. The downside lang is when you sign up sa mga platform, meron siyang fee. So, if magbabayad si client, meron siyang kukuning fee. Of course, escrow account, no? Kailangan yun eh. Kasi had it not been because of the freelancing site, hindi mo din naman makikita yung mahahanap yung client, 'di ba? Another downside is when you sign up sa Upwork, kailangan mong magpa-approve 24 hours. That's why my tip is you have to make sure that you have written a powerful summary, a powerful uh, overview, backgrounder ng skill mo, no? And you have to, double check it before submitting it for approval. Okay? Mm. Okay. So you can try Upwork, Fiverr, Truelancer, Freelancer, and madami pang iba. Pero siguro for now, you can focus on maybe 2 to 3 platforms. Okay? Now, ano yung mga tanong nyo? Ano mga common roles, moms? Ano yung pwedeng mga service na ma-offer ko? You can work as a customer service, pwede chat support, pwede data entry, pwede bookkeeping, accounting, telemarketing, social media, product research, writing, content writing, madami. In my case, recruitment, HR and recruitment. Meron din akong moments dati that I offered my service, contract writing, no, where I just made contracts or wrote contracts for my clients. Meron din ganun. Merong iba, data entry or chat support, nagsasagot lang ng support, no? So, madami actually, madami. Like what I said, you based on your skills and niche, you can try various niches, no? So my Upwork, my Angel List, Monster, Skip the Drive, Simply Hired, Flex Jobs, Remote Jobs, Freelancer, Craigslist, madami, no? If you're a writer, then you can try Medium, Pro Blogger, freelancing job sites, my Who Pays Writers, Be a Freelance Blogger, madami. Ang onlinejobs.ph lang, to be honest, ayoko siya masyadong i-recommend kasi ang sa kanila talaga, ang employee ang setup nila. So, you're employed talaga pag dito and hindi masyadong, for me ha, for me lang naman, hindi siya masyadong competitive yung binibigay nilang offer. Siguro dahil Pinoy. And when you go out of online jobs, you will see na ang lalaki ng pwede mong kitain. Alright? So like what I said, you can try creating profiles sa Upwork or Fiverr muna, no? Or Upwork, Fiverr, and Truelancer. Then, pagandahin mo talaga yung profile mo. Each marketplace kasi has a unique algorithm, so you try to focus on 2 or 3 para ma-follow up mo, no? Ma-follow up mo. You will have time to manage them. You highlight your relevant experiences, key achievements, and core skills when creating your profile. And always validate before accepting an offer. In my case kasi, sa Upwork, meron kang, di ba, pag sa Upwork kasi, you have to create a profile. After creating a profile, you send it for approval. Granting na approve ka, then you can start sending proposals. Dati, libre ang proposals. Ngayon, bibilhin mo na siya. If you want to send proposals to a client, bibilhin mo na siya. Pero may libre yata, may libre. Pero, to be fair kasi, ang Upwork pa din is very competitive eh. You can charge according sa your own, kakayahan mo. Pwede kang mag-charge depende sa feeling mong worth mo, no? Value mo as a freelancer. All right. Step two, you create a compelling profile. Now, after finding the right platform to offer your service on, take time in crafting a strong profile. So, I suggest, for example, Upwork, you learn konti, basa ka konti about what Upwork is, how Upwork operates. If you want that platform or Truelancer or Freelancer, then siguro explore mo muna siya, before ka mag-create ng profile. And then, granting that you're settled kung ano yung site na gusto mong puntahan, second would be create a compelling profile because para ma-approve ka kasi and para mag-stand out ka, you need to have a compelling profile. Maganda ang pagkasulat ng summary mo, ng overview mo, okay? So the catch is, the freelancing business is a small pond with tons of fish. Just because bago ka lang, of course, you don't need to downplay your skills and your strength. So don't sell yourself short. Instead, you put a spotlight on your relevant experiences, your key achievements, and your core skills. Right? Okay, so the formula, you can try this. Specific phrases that described you plus your position or your role. Tapos relevant skills and experience for the job. And then what you can do for the client plus results. Further skills, experience, keywords, and add some punch. Okay? So you can try this formula. Let's try. Kunwari, data entry ka. Now, a meticulous, organized admin assistant with working knowledge on information processing systems such as Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, WordPress, and Google Suite, capable of compiling and reviewing data as well as following standard procedures. So, ito yung kaya niyang gawin, 'di ba? Capable of compelling and reviewing data as well as following standard procedures with keen attention to detail, ensuring 100% accuracy for every project. Increased work efficiency by using powerful devices like iPhone, MacBook, and Android with a quick typing speed of 90 words per minute. This is just an example. Or say if you are an accounting or bookkeeping naman yung ino-offer mo na service, then you can try this. An enthusiastic junior account bookkeeper with an understanding of tax and accounting tools and processes. In previous roles, managed QuickBooks operations and prepared financial statements for a small business. Completed a blank number of hours of internship at two independent firms where training includes assisting with accounts payable and receivable activities with accuracy and timelines. So these are just some of the samples, mga mommies ha. For example, if you're a content writer, innovative and quick-witted content producer with proven communication skills and syntax expertise gained as a staff writer of the university's official publication and blog, creates results generating an original copy for websites, social media, and e-commerce, specializing in health, entrepreneurship, digital marketing, and fitness, writes number of high-ranking pieces a week using keywords from Google Analytics and organic searching. Okay. And madami pa. Pwede email support, pwede customer support, pwede online English teacher. Okay? So those are just some of the example. Then you can create your own, craft your own overview or summary or profile. So after mo na siya na-craft, you have to make sure na okay yung pagkasulat. You can try Grammarly to check, no? Or yung mga hanap ka ng mga checker para i-check kung meron ba mga typographical error or may mga somehow mga bad grammar ba dyan. So at least before you post it, then na-double check mo na. Or maybe have somebody double check it for you. Okay? And then finally, you craft a freelance proposal. Kasi sa mga freelancing sites kasi, 'di ba gagawa ka ng ano, ang freelancing site, you just have to imagine na para siyang Facebook. You create your own profile. And then, or para siyang LinkedIn. You create your own profile, you create your own backgrounder, summary, or overview there. Tapos, may mga clients na magpo-post doon ng work. And then after that, if you find this role interesting, then you can start sending your proposal to that client or to that company. Although meron din namang instance that if your profile really stood out, then sila na yung mag-o-offer mismo ng, hey, I want you to submit your proposal so I can take a look, or I want you to submit your proposal if you have time or if you're available, mga ganyan. Pero otherwise, kung walang nag-offer sa'yo, then you can, start sending your proposal. But of course, you have to make sure that your proposal is something that would really stand out as well. Okay, so tell clients why they should work with you through a short and simple proposal. So make sure sa proposal mo, you exhibit that you understand your project's needs and goals. So basahin mong mabuti yung description nung role. Okay, anong hinahanap niya, ah, ano yung description ng gusto niyang ng trabaho, ano. So make sure that your proposal shows how you can help the client. Also, since baguhan granting, limited lang talaga yung knowledge mo, and then you have, a limited idea also on the job, pwede naman, you can indicate that you are a quick learner, alam mo yon, that you are madali kang matuto, yung ganun. And of course, you have to sell your strength. And then sets and manages expectations between both parties. So before you go and write your first ever proposal, here are some pointers. Always focus on the need of the client, okay? And don't talk so much about yourself. Focus instead on the pain of the client, the problem of the client, and how you can possibly help solve that problem or help solve the need of the client, okay? And of course, make sure na hindi tayo nagsisinungaling, ha. If you know how to do it, then you tell na kaya mong gawin. Close your proposal with a call to action. You can say, yeah, if you want to, know more about me, and if you want to discuss the role further, then you can reach out to me via email, or here's my contact number, or here's my Calendly link, para at least pag nabasa niya yung proposal mo, and then if the client is interested sa'yo, then pwede niya i-click yung link and then mag-book na kayo ng call. Okay? Okay, so a sample proposal would be, there, I saw your project details. It sounds like you require someone with keen attention to details for error detection and excellent research skills to obtain and verify information. You can count on me to collect and review data with accuracy in mind. I'm skilled at different systems, especially Microsoft Office, but I'm also willing to be trained. I'm also willing to learn, to use other tools as blah blah blah. Okay, I'm no stranger to following SOPs as well. Kindly give my profile a quick visit to see if we're a good fit. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So, etong sinabi niya, kindly give up my profile a quick visit to see if we're a good fit. Pwede ito this is a call to action, pero pwede ding bigyan mo ng email how to reach you easily, or siguro a Calendly link on how to book if they want to discuss the role further, or maybe book a discovery call or interview para mapag-usapan niyo ng maayos yung role and your services na makatulong sa kanya, okay? While it's okay naman na I'm willing to be trained, siguro pwede yung sabihin na I'm a fast learner na lang siguro. Kasi may mga clients na hindi nag-o-offer ng training. May mga clients na hindi nag-o-offer ng training, and it's up for you to, keep up and step up. So just have to emphasize that you are fast, that you understand easily, and then you can adopt, easily. Okay, now what happens next? Kung ang client talaga interested sa profile mo, they will reach out to you right away. Walang patumpik-tumpik. They will not waste a minute to contact you if they think that you are qualified to do the job. Okay? So, hindi sila mag-aatubili. Pagkita nila, ang daming nangyari sa akin na walang mga discovery calls or interviews. After I sent my proposal, sa freelancing kasi ang quick ng turnaround eh. And because ang quick ng turnaround, they can, easily hire in 3 days. So, ganun kabilis, no? So, for example, if they want somebody like a short-term, especially sa mga short-term projects, normally mabilis lang. I have had long-term projects naman in the past na kahit na ngayon, mga client ko pa din. Quick lang din ang turnaround, no? So, you just have to make sure na may call to action para they know where and how to contact you. Because clients are very busy. So, be direct, no? Direct to the point agad. Okay, gusto pag-usapan natin yung ano mo, here's my calendar. Book a call here so we can discuss the role further. Or you can reach me here, or kung hindi mo ako ma-reach dito, eto. Huwag mong pahirapan si client na mahagilap ka. Alam mo 'yon? Okay, now, these are some of the questions that I come across. No, what if a client asks for an unpaid test? This is especially true if you are someone new in the industry. So, especially mga writing, mga moms, no, like content writer, minsan may mga client na naghihingi ng mga unpaid test. O sige nga, pwede mo akong sulatan ng 100 words. Tapos, eto yung topic, no? And then, let's see if suitable ka sa hinahanap ko. May iba, okay doon, but for me, I do not like the idea of unpaid test kasi pwede kang ma-abuse nito eh. Kasi imaginein mo ha, mga moms, for example, may client na naghahanap ng writer and granting unpaid test siya. So for example, sabi niya, sulatan mo nga ako ng topic on health, for example. And then may nag-apply na 20. So lahat yon 20 nagsulat, no? Pwedeng na siyang walang i-hire, 'di ba? Pwede niyang gamitin actually yon. And hindi siya mag-hire, 'di ba? So it's like it's an abuse ba, no? Scam talaga. So pwede naman if you really want to do it. Although may iba nagbibigay ng paid tests, pero I'd suggest don't go for this kahit baguhan ka sa industry. I advise not to do it kasi it's frustrating to eh. Especially if you will know kasi meron akong na found out dati na hindi siya na-hire and then na-discover niya yung sinulat niya, pinost. Alam mo yung ganon. So, very frustrating and it's very hurting on your part kasi nag-effort ka. 'Di ba? Nag-effort ka. So, for me, I don't advise you to do it. But if you feel like doing it, then just do it at your own risk. Alright? Okay. Beginners most ask questions. O ngayon, how much do I ask as a starting rate or as a starting pay? Actually, depende. That's the beauty of freelancing. You can charge according to what you think is value ng work mo, no, or ng service mo. Well, globally, ang new general virtual assistant can charge 15 to 25, I think 35 na to ngayon. More experienced ones can go as high as much as 100, especially may mga specialized skills na sila, no. Pero globally, at least 15. I started mine, nung nagsimula ako, I charged 10. Although meron akong dalawang clients na naghaggle, so nagbigay ako dati ng 8. but I started with $10 per hour. And then eventually, meron ng monthly retainer, no? So sa inyo, tanungin niyo yung sarili niyo, how much are you comfortable na i-charge? Do not fear that you won't find clients because of how high you charge. Kasi there is a client for everyone. I guarantee you that there is a client for everyone. Pero you just have to make sure naman na kaya mong i-back. Alam mo yon, when you charge, like for example, you're gonna charge 20, kaya mong i-back up yon. Alam mo yon? Kasi hahanapan ka din talaga ng deliverables ng client. So you just have to make sure na kaya mong panindigan ang rate mo. You can start, no one should tell you how much your rate should be. Dapat ikaw ang nakakaalam nun. So, like meron sa mga community na Filipino community na sinasabi nila, you should start 3 kasi that's the standard. No, there's no such a thing as standard rate. Wala. You dahil freelancer tayo, yun na nga, unless if you're unemployed, kasi yun yata ang standard na market rate pag employed VA. Pero if you're a freelance VA, a freelancer, then you can charge depending on your skills or sa kung feeling mo how much worth yung service mo or yung value mo. Okay? So if you feel like charging 10 or if you feel charging 15 or 20, then by all means go ahead. Nobody should dictate you kung magkano ang i-charge mo. Basta kaya mong panindigan and kaya mong i-deliver what you promise to deliver based on your rate. Okay? Okay. Let's talk about tools of the trade. Now, freelancing tools help a great deal when it comes to our productivity and efficiency. Like what I said earlier, we everything we do it online. And dahil dyan, we have to be well versed and we have to be familiar with mga tools na ginagamit sa freelancing like Skype, Zoom and all of that. So let's talk about it one by one. Now, communication tools, mostly ang ginagamit Skype, no? It's a free, easy to use software with video conferencing, voice one-on-one call, file sharing, and messaging features. Pero ngayon, hindi na masyadong ginagamit ang Skype. Ang ginagamit ng mga clients ko, nagzo-Zoom na kami, or nagsa-Slack na kami, or minsan Google Hangouts. Pero it doesn't matter. May iba, WhatsApp pa nga eh. Pero it doesn't matter as long as you can communicate with your client. Pero you have to be familiar with all this. Kasi pag sinabi, oy, May, where can I meet you? Then you can share your Skype details, you can share your Zoom details kasi meron kang mga ano nito. Kailangan mo lang naman dito Gmail account eh. Okay? At least hindi to skyrocket, so wag kayong mag-worry so much. Hindi to very complicated operates. Madaling-madali lang. Okay, productivity and time engagement. Like we are moms, so we have to be on top of, things kasi madami tayong ginagawa. So it would be helpful if you have a Google Calendar to keep you updated of your meetings and your events. So pag meron kang Google Calendar, at least manonotify ka if you have a meeting or ano yung to-do list mo. Alright? And then, ito yung sinabi ko kanina about Calendly. Calendly is an online appointment scheduling software. Madami pa actually, merong Acuity, but still it's a software that lets you book meetings without sending an email. You just have to share the link and then the other person can, book a call with you and then automatically it goes to your Gmail. So, man-notify ka na that you have a meeting. Kasi ano na siya, connected na siya. Nag-sync na ba? Okay? Content management. You can use Google Suite. It's the powerhouse of all online tools when it comes to productivity, collaboration, and business. So it's a collection of everything you need: Gmail Drive, Docs, Sheets, Slides, Calendar, Keep, Forms, etc., etc. You can also try Canva. It's a designing tool that can be used on your phone or your computer. Okay. Now, I also got this question. Hala, paano bayaran yan, May? Okay, so here are just some of the payment tools, no? Pwede PayPal, pwede TransferWise, pwede Pioneer. So these are online payment schemes that allow you to receive, spend, and send money anywhere in the world. So most of the clients that we have are foreign clients. So kahit nasaan pa sila sa mundo, mapapadala sila ng pera, di ba? Well, it would have been different if you tried online platforms kasi or mga freelancing sites rather kasi yung freelancing sites attached na yun. You just have to put your bank details or your PayPal account or yun na nga bank details mo and then automatically yung bayad ni client runs through your bank account. Pero you need to have a PayPal account then. You need to have a TransferWise account and Pioneer account para in case walang nakuha mo si client hindi sa freelancing platform, then they can still, you know, get you can still get payment pa din through these methods. All right, let's talk about acing interviews like a pro. A job interview is a two-way communication. Pero I don't want to use the word interview actually. Kasi pag sinabing interview, although it could be interview or discovery call, pero pag sinabi kasing interview, ang iisipin mo agad is the client will do the grilling, no? Ang iisipin mo agad, i-interrogate ka, and matatakot ka na agad, matatakot ka, kakabahan ka na agad, 'di ba? Whereas if you think of it this way, na you're going to meet the client, there's a discovery call or there's a strategy call, you're meeting with the client para pag-usapan yung business niya, how you can help him sa business niya. We'll just talk about your skills and needs niya, then at least hindi ka masyadong kakabahan, no? But otherwise, para mas maintindihan nyo lang, I use the word interview here. So how are you going to ace interviews or meetings or discovery calls like a pro? So you have to remember that an interview is a two-way street. So it's a two-way communication. Okay, so hindi lang si client who will do the grilling, you also have to ask questions. And if you ask questions, you will know if the client is someone that you want to work with. If this client is, worth ba natanggapin yung project niya. Malalaman mo yan eh. So, hindi yung typical na interview na nangyayari when you apply for a job na si employer lang yung nagtatanong and then ikaw lang yung sasagot. In this case, hindi. So, the client asks questions, you have to ask question also para mas maintindihan mo ano yung takbo ng business niya, what his business is all about, and how you can possibly help him in his business. Ano yung kailangan niya, okay? Ano yung kailangan niya sa'yo? Papaano mo siya matutulungan? Okay? So, you have to really engage and interact during this time para mas maunawaan mo papaano mo matutulungan si client. And yun na nga, if the client is someone that you want to work with. Now, how are you going to prepare for it? Always research, no? I always say this, huwag kang pumunta ng discovery call or ng interview nang hindi nagbabasa. You spend time on the company's website, you read about their background, your products nila, and their services. Okay? And this shows the prospect you are familiar with the company and you are ready to take on the role. Now, exhibit your expertise. Show the client that you are confident that you can do the job. Review the details of the project you have applied for, then identify which of your skills and strengths will be valuable and useful for the client. And finally, know what to ask. Okay? So, like what I said, don't let your potential client do all the grilling. Instead, ask specific questions to show your interest, convey your attention to details, and see if the prospect is a good fit. This is one thing I like about freelancing. Alam mo yon, you have the liberty to take on projects that you like. You can choose whom you want to work with. You can choose what projects to accept, what projects to take on. That's really the beauty of freelancing. Di dahil inoferan ka, then sige, go na lang. You can reject actually. You can say no, right? Okay. Now, what are you going to expect during interview questions? So, tatanungin ng client yan, can you take on more projects? Can you take on more work? How many projects are you currently working on? Kaya mo pa bang i-handle yung work mo sa akin? What do you consider success? How can you tell you've done your best part? Ano yung mga examples of the things that you have done in the past with your clients? Yung mga ganon. Do you use to organize your workflow? How do you approach your projects? So these are just some of the questions that you might, expect to receive or to hear pala rather from the prospect. On the other hand, ano naman yung pwede mong tanungin sa kliyente, no? So, how many hours am I expected to work? If you are being hired on a per hour basis. Kasi merong per hour, meron din namang per project or meron din namang per, month, yung sa monthly retainer ba. But just in case you are hired to work as some per hour basis, no? Kunwari. So, pwede mong tanungin, how many hours am I expected to work? Tapos, ano yung end goal nito? Then you can also ask kung ano yung mga systems in place. You can also ask kung ano yung communication na gagamitin, may mga check-ins ba, how often yung mga check-ins, what success look like to you, ano yung outputs and results are expected from me, how long will this project run, yung mga ganon. And what will be the working hours, what time zone will I be working. Eto tinatanong ko din to kasi I I I have my own non-negotiables. So, like what I mentioned earlier, that the clients that we have are mostly based in the US, no? US or sa UK or kahit saan pa man. So, iba-iba yung time zone. So, for example, if you have a client in the US or in Canada, ang 7:00 natin ngayon is ng gabi is 7:00 sa kanila. Ang 10:00 ng gabi is 10:00 sa kanila ng umaga. Okay? So, malaki talaga yung disparity. Now, ang mga non-negotiables ko is ayaw kong magtrabaho ng madaling araw. So, I have to know this during the discovery call or the interview. Kasi baka he would require me and that is something that I don't like. So, upfront, sinasabi kong, kung expected ba to work. Although, sometimes sa recruitment naman kasi, hindi naman kasi kailangan na I have to be, I have to be working within their time zone. Kasi ang sourcing alone, pwede ko naman siyang gawin kahit anong oras, no? Yung mag-email sa mga candidates, I can do it any time of the day. Yung pag-interview lang, dapat I have to make sure na somehow yung in-interview ko is umaga pa din sa kanya doon, no? But otherwise, as a recruitment consultant, hindi ako expected to work talaga according sa, yung specific na dapat ganitong oras. Kasi sourcing, sending emails, pwede naman siyang gawin any time of the day. So you ask yourselves, mga moms, ano yung mga non-negotiables niyo, and try to ask a lot of questions sa discovery call para malaman nyo if this client is something or someone that you want to work with. So pag sinabi ni client na I want somebody who can work sa time zone ko, then kunwari you're someone like me na ayaw magtrabaho ng US time zone, then alam mo na it's not gonna work. Okay? Now, what is a discovery call? Ito yung sinabi ko. A discovery call is the first time you hop in a call with a client after they expressed an interest in hiring you. So this is where you and the prospect learn if you're a good fit for each other. But whatever you want to call it, it's a discovery call or it's an interview, still, it's where you and the client will get to know each other. Okay? So yan ang dapat yung tandaan. Kaya hindi kayo dapat matakot if the client wants to meet you for an interview, because the client wants to just the client just wants to know more about you and your skills and what you can possibly do for him and for his business. So, sa case nyo, you ask smart questions, no? Choose questions that will uncover the prospect's business needs. You try to discuss further and offer suggestions. If advice can't be given right away, consider an initial assessment instead, no? And also discuss what the process pala rather will be like if they choose to work with you. Ask the client what's the next step would be after the call. Okay? Okay. Like what I made mention, hindi lahat ng client or prospect na mag-o-offer ng trabaho ay tatanggapin natin. So, what are the red flags? For me, pag may mga red flags akong nakikita talaga, I don't pursue the client no matter how enticing yung offer niya. So, when to decline a project? Let's talk about some of the red flags. Okay. Eto, a prospect that thinks you're too expensive and unwilling to pay a fair price means they don't see the value in what you do. So, ito yung mga clients na, kunwari, ito yung rate mo, tapos ihahagel ka pa talaga ng mas mababa. I remember, there were clients I've had, prospects pala, I've had in the past, no? Tapos sabi nila, magkano yung rate mo? So sabi ko, 10, no? $10 yung rate ko nung time na yun. Sabi niya, ang mahal. I can look for somebody cheaper, somebody na mas magaling, na mas mura lang, na nasa $3 or $5 lang. And then he said it to me talaga. So parang naisip ko, kung kaya mo naman palang maghanap ng ganun na mura, di bakit, why are you talking to me, di ba? Bakit ako yung pinupursu mo? So actually, ina-undermine ka lang. They want you, pero ayaw nilang magbayad ng sakto. So if you come across this kind of client, I suggest you run. Kasi this client will be a toxic client. Another red flag for me is they want it done now. Alam mo yung client na hindi respectful sa boundaries mo. 'Di ba, we are mothers and we have like in my case, I have multiple clients. So hindi pwedeng pag sinabi ni client, "Uy, eto yung papagawa ko sa iyo. Kailan mo? Pwede ba to bukas?" Hindi pwedeng ganon because it has to be adjusted according to timetable. So, pag may mga clients ako talaga na I need this now, or may mga clients na tinatanong ako, prospect pala, may mga sinasabi na, how long can you deliver? Or how soon can you deliver this? Kaya mo ba ito matapos in 5 days? Pag mga ganun, natatakot ako kasi parang minamadali, and I don't want to compromise the quality of work. Kasi natatakot ka kasi minamadali, 'di ba? So gusto mo na lang bilisan para para ibigay yung deliverables kay client kahit hindi naman maayos yung pagkakagawa. Basta mabigay lang. So, I don't want to compromise the quality of work. So, instead of, accepting this kind of client, minsan, hindi ko na pinupursu. Another thing is yung micromanager. Nitpicking every aspect of the project is a telltale sign that the client doesn't trust you and your ability to get the job done. This one is something I also don't like, yung micromanager. Kasi nga hindi tayo employees, 'di ba? Yung parang sinasabi ka, ano nang ginagawa mo ngayon? O saan ka na ngayon? Anong natapos mo ngayon? Kasi parang feeling ko, you don't trust my capability na kaya ko tong gawin. And napaka-toxic talaga pag may mga micromanagers. So, masisense mo to during the interview or discovery call, no? The way, kaya itanungin mo din, how does their day look like? What success look like for them para malaman mo kung ano yung klase ng kliyente meron ka. Another one is sets unrealistic requirements. Yung qualifications na pagkahaba-haba. Okay, after ng meeting nyo ngayon, mag-i-interview na naman siya ng second round. After ng second round, magbibigay na naman siya ng assessment. After nun, alam mo yung madaming processes na parang, ang dami mo namang process. Yun, ayoko din yun. Kasi parang feeling ko that's that's a very toxic client. Ayokong katrabaho yun. So pag may mga unrealistic requirements, I would automatically run. Hindi ko na pinupuntahan 'yan. Okay? Another one is poor communication. So eto naman, it's either they communicate, over communicate, yung magbibigay ng update from time to time, or does not communicate at all. So this is someone that I don't want to work with also. You run from this kind of toxic client. Or ask for free or unpaid test. Para kasi sa akin, if you already have a nice proposal, may mga portfolio ka na, and you have sample works, I think that's already enough. They can, it would already give the client a glimpse of what you can do for them or what you can do for their business. So, feeling ko naman it would be okay pag may mga test, pero siguro you try to, especially sa mga writers, no, this normally happens sa mga writers or dun sa mga data, ano ba 'yun? Mga data, parang kumukuha ng data ba? How fast they do it. Pwede naman, pero make sure this is paid, no? Paid tests. Another one is negative reviews. I cannot emphasize how important research and reading when you work as a freelance. So, for example, if there is a prospect who wants to interview you, wants to, have a call with you, kailangan talagang tingnan mo lahat. Tingnan mo yung website, tingnan mo yung reviews sa Glassdoor, tingnan mo lahat. And then look for reviews. Makikita mo yan eh. While reading the reviews, imagine yourself working with a type of person. So, meron ako nakita dati, like, ang review niya is 3. Oh my God, 3 ang reviews. No, 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 no. I will not waste my time. Finally, it doesn't feel right. If your instincts tell you that it's not right, most of the time, you're correct. Okay, so if your gut is telling you to run, it's right most of the time. So better run. Okay, let's talk about how to win clients beyond job boards. So napag-usapan na natin mga moms, no, yung mga freelancing sites. Nire-recommend ko lang yung freelancing sites because it will eliminate the guesswork, no? Kasi 'di ba nga ando na nga yung mga clients, 'di ba? So hindi mo na sila hahanapin because nandun na sila sa platform. Pero there are actually other ways on how to get clients, hindi lang sa mga freelancing sites. Syempre may mga downside din kasi yung mga freelancing sites, 'di ba? And another thing, madami na din. It's very competitive and it's very tough. So you might want to explore also other ways on how to market your service. Now, how to win clients beyond job boards? You can try. Okay, so I have here, you tap your family and friends. Now, when you decide to go on freelance, and then natapos niyo na yung, 'di ba, yung proposal niyo, natapos niyo na yung profile niyo, you tell you have identified already your niche or the skills that you're going to offer. You tap your family and friends. You tell your family and friends that you are into freelancing. Okay? And also, this is a big help. You widen your network. So, you join groups. You join groups on Facebook. So, if you're not yet part of our group, then you're welcome to join in our group, a virtual boss mom on Facebook. And mostly, moms ang nandito, no, who wants to start their freelancing business or already in the freelance business but wants to scale, wants to thrive in the industry. So you join a community kasi may mga, at least may support group ka. If you have questions, you can ask questions. So they can also recommend you sa mga clients nila. Another thing, you can create a LinkedIn profile. So aside from creating profiles on the freelance job sites, you can also create a LinkedIn profile and optimize it. And then you run a Google search. Also, you can work for testimonials. Ito, isa din to sa mga ginagawa ng mga newbie, no? Na, for example, they will work for a particular client na kaibigan nila. For example, for 1 week. Or kunwari graphic designer ka. So, inoffer mo yung service mo sa isang client, gagawin mo siya ng isang logo or isang whatever, cover. And then, after that, lagyan mo lang ng watermark para pagkatapos mong ma-deliver yon, then pwede siyang mag-write ng testimonial sa'yo. Pwede din naman yon, no? But you can also, start with your friends. Try to look for friends na may online business, and maybe you can help that friend for a week or two. Tapos, you ask for a testimonial. No, it's a win-win din. Natulungan mo na si friend, natulungan ka niya sa testimonials. Then, nurture your prospects. You can create an Excel sheet where you just put your prospects, mga clients that you want to work with, companies that you want to work with, and maintain a database there. All right, now how to maintain a professional relationship with clients. No client is permanent, no? But it pays that you treat them with respect during and after the contract. Kasi pwedeng in the next time if they have a project, then ikaw pa din ang kukontakin nila, or they can refer you to some other clients. Now, what is important is you have to, maintain an honest and open communication, and always, always over-deliver. Mas maganda talaga when we over-deliver, always exceed expectations. Make your clients feel special, even if you work on multiple clients, even if you work like, say, 2 or 3 clients, make your clients feel special. You offer your honest opinion because you are a partner, di ba? Hindi lang tayo employee. You share your knowledge, and of course, you see your client as a person. Now, how to spot and deal with fake clients and projects. Ito talaga, this is common even on legitimate platforms, even on LinkedIn, madaming fake. Even on Upwork, even on Facebook, kahit saan, may mga fake pa din na mga job postings. So, how are you going to spot them? Now, job offers from random unofficial email address. That's a red flag. Another one is yung nanghihingi ng mga information, like meron yung one time hinihingi yung SSS ID niya, yung passport ID niya. Bakit kailangan mo yung passport ko, 'di ba? So be very cautious about this kasi yung mga identity thieves, delikado. Number 3 is job post by fake social media accounts and groups. And finally, yung mga fake projects on job legit boards. Kaya nga ang sinasabi ko talaga is always take time to read. Make it a habit to read. Make it a habit to do your own research. For you to find out if it's scam, if it's legitimate, malalaman mo yan eh. You don't need to ask sa mga groups, oy, pa-legit check nga ito. You can try to run it on Google search and see for yourself. You will know. Okay? And how can you protect how can you protect yourself from possible fake jobs? So pag nasa job boards, i-avoid mo talaga yung mga clients na walang reviews. Try to avoid clients na may incomplete profile or no verified payment method. Although sa Upwork, etong no verified payment method, pwede naman tong legitimate pa din siya. But it's just that baguhan pa lang siya. So, pinoprocess pa lang yung payment method niya. But otherwise, don't go for clients na walang verified payment method. Yung mga clients na may insufficient or vague project details. Demand off-site communication before the deal is closed, interview suspicious. Ito talaga, yung ang dami na niyang in-interview, parang 100 na yung in-interview niya. Eto din yung ask for free work samples and test sites. And finally, yung nanghihingi ng ID and sensitive information. Okay? So be very careful about it. Pag up outside naman, always look for the branding to verify legitimacy. Check kung meron silang good online presence, no? And check if they have been reported for a scam. So, kunwari, kung ano yung name ng company, just type in. Punta ka sa Glassdoor, punta ka sa Google, type mo lang yung ano, puntahan mo yung website nila. Kasi funny, merong iba, yung Gmail, kunwari nakatanggap ka daw ng, meron ako nakita dito sa mga nakamakross dati na, congratulations, blah blah, we we have hired you finally for anong role ba yun? Kunwari virtual assistant. We're requesting you to submit the following details: passport, TIN ID, complete billing list, yung mga ganon. Tapos yung email address pa talaga nakakatawa. Ang email niya ay, kunwari, jake@1234@gmail.com. Di ba? Parang napaka-suspicious naman ng email account mo. Yung ganon. So, just be very cautious, mga moms. All right, now, how to organize your workspace and manage your time. Okay, so when starting the freelance, if you want to start your freelance business, actually, you just need, of course, no, the right mindset to begin with, confidence, and trust in yourself that you can do it. But of course, you need to have a laptop or a PC and a stable internet connection. Ang headset pwedeng ang wala eh, but yeah, I think you have a headset naman siguro. A table and a chair and then a light. Pero pwedeng wala na tong table and chair because when I started, I was working anywhere, literally anywhere. In the kitchen, the sala, in the bedroom. Pero yun nga lang, of course, syempre may mga side effects yan because if you're working na hindi maayos yung upuan mo, syempre masakit sa likod. There was one time nagka-carpal tunnel ako because the positioning is not right. But yeah, kunwari wala pa talaga. You just have to maximize what's available and make use of what's available. And then you can just scale later. So if you only have a plastic chair, then by all means, you can use that. Wag na munang masyado yung mga fancy stuff kasi I have a friend who told me, may anong klase ng chair ang bibilhin ko? Parang feeling ko, wag ka munang mag-worry about chair. Don't worry about the light. Don't worry about, ganda ng table. Don't worry about the website and all of that. Kasi you need to, start first. At least you need to get a client to begin with, di ba? Kasi ang ganda-ganda nga ng gamit mo, pero wala ka namang kliyente. Di ba? So, you need a laptop, a stable internet connection, a right mindset, a skill to offer, and tons of confidence. And a believe in yourself that you can do it. Okay? So, how to manage your time as a mom? So, ako, I wake up early and stick to my schedule. I teach my kids to be independent. I empower them and I train them to do the chores para hindi akin lahat. I rest when I needed to. I set an up time. I create a meal plan and I try to make everything simple. And of course, I don't try to do it all because I cannot do it all. And we cannot do it all. Right? So maaga ako nagigising, like I would wake up at around, pero hindi na to ngayon ha, dati when I was starting, I would wake up around 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning para maging 3 steps ahead ako sa mga bata. And then, ginagawa ko na yung client's task. And then after that, come 7 o'clock, I would prepare breakfast and lunch. And then, around 8 o'clock, naligo na ako. Alam mo yung ganon. So, I already have created a schedule for myself para it would be smooth. Although, hindi siya perfect because there are times na pwedeng yung gising ng mga anak ko is ganitong oras. For some reason, maaga silang nagising. So, alam mo yon, you just have to be flexible. And that is why I wanted freelancing because the time is flexible. Pwede namang we can create a plan, but of course, Kung hindi naman nasunod yung plan, it's still okay because our schedule is flexible. Kasi nga, di ba, we have control of the time that we have. Okay? And of course, it's very important to set enough time for you to, take some time, give yourself rest and give yourself a break. Okay? Okay. Actually, yung mga in-depth na yon. So, I think that's all, mga moms. I think that's all. Etong mga nandito parang in-depth na kasi to eh. Meron ng mga sige, we can add this na lang, mga moms. So you can uh let's talk about billing strategies, no? So pwede kang mag-charge hourly, pwede naman daily, pwede weekly, pwede monthly retainers or fixed or value-based. Sa case ko, meron pa akong hourly and meron akong monthly retainers. So it depends, mga moms, no, kung ano yung gusto nyo. Payment method, I already said this, no? So ano yung mga example ng payment method. And final reminders, self-care isn't selfish. So take care of yourself seriously, you budget your mental energy, be realistic, maintain a simple beauty routine, create a retreat corner, and get rid of all of the mama guilt. Okay? Get rid of all the mama guilt talaga. You are doing this for yourself, for your family. So, take one step at a time, baby step at a time. So, ang advice ko sa inyo, mga moms, no, is for you to write down, 'di ba, yung whys nyo. Write down yung pinasagutan ko sa inyo kanina, the skills that you can offer, the strengths, your passions, and what you're actually good at. Then you ask yourself kung ano yung pwede mong ma-offer kay client. And then you also ask yourself kung ano yung rate ang comfortable ka. And then you can start to create your profile, start to create your summary, and yung mga ano pa yung pwede mong ma-incorporate doon sa mga platforms na pwede mong pag-sign upan. So whether it's on LinkedIn, on Upwork, on Freelancer, Fiverr, or TrueLancer. And then you create a time schedule, mga mommies, ha. Create a time when to do it. Kasi di mo naman pwedeng gawin yan the whole day. So for example, you allot 2 hours today. And then another 2 hours on Tuesday. Then another 2 hours, another 2 hours. Hanggang mabuo mo siya. And then in less than 30 days, then you can start and have, your freelance business or freelance virtual assistant business. Okay? If you have comments po or if you have questions and more, masyado nang late, so let's you leave na lang the comments in the comment section and I will try to get back to you. But you can also follow us on Facebook. We're on you can like and follow us on Facebook, momsatwork.ph. We're also on YouTube, and we have a group, a virtual boss mom group. So we have a lot of resources. We have paid and free trainings. We always come up with free webinars weekly. So if you want to know more and understand more the ins and outs of freelancing, then you can join us every Thursday, Coffee with Coaches, 3 p.m. and every Friday, Expert Corner at 3 p.m. Then we also have courses available. We have Designer Accelerator Program, Social Media Management, Copywriting, SEO, and we have the in-depth discussion on how to become a virtual assistant or a freelance in 30 days or less. So I have a course also talking more about how to start your VA business the right way, and I will talk about it na in depth talaga, no. And yeah, but otherwise we have a lot of resources available in our page, and in our group. So if you want to know more about the ins and outs of the business, freelancing, then you can join us a virtual boss mom group, momsatwork.ph. So I hope you have learned something from this mini webinar, no, mga moms. I know it's very late, but thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your patience, and I hope to see you around. But if you have questions, you can send a message sa aking Facebook, personal Facebook. You can send a message and I can answer, no. I'll get back to you para masagot ko yung mga tanong niyo. So I think that's all for now. Thank you everyone. Have a lovely evening. Much love. Bye-bye.